Cakes have been symbols of joy, celebration, and comfort for centuries. From birthdays to weddings, from small family gatherings to grand festivals, these sweet creations have always brought people together. But what happens when demand isn't just for one cake or 10 cakes, but for millions each year? How do modern factories manage to take something as delicate as a cake, traditionally handmade in kitchens, and transform it into a mass-produced product without losing consistency, safety, and taste? Today, we're going inside the automated cake-making process to see how technology, engineering, and culinary science work hand in hand to make it all possible. The story of cake production starts with tradition. In the past, every cake was crafted by hand, flour sifted carefully, eggs beaten with patience, and icing applied with care. But with industrialization, in the 19th and 20th centuries, bakeries needed to scale. Factories began experimenting with mechanical mixers, conveyor belts, and ovens that could bake dozens of cakes at once. What began as small-scale mechanization has evolved into today's highly automated, computer-controlled cake factories, where thousands of cakes roll off production lines every hour. Mass cake production starts long before the batter is mixed. Factories must secure massive quantities of core ingredients: flour, sugar, eggs or egg substitutes, fats, leavening agents, flavorings, and milk powder. Each delivery undergoes strict quality checks. Flour is tested for protein content and moisture. Sugar is checked for purity and grain size. Eggs, often pasteurized and processed into liquid form, are inspected for freshness and microbiological safety. These ingredients are stored in controlled silos or tanks, ready to be pumped directly into mixing machines. In factories producing millions of cakes, sourcing is global and highly regulated to maintain consistency. Once ingredients are cleared, the mixing process begins. Unlike home baking, where a hand mixer is enough, factories use massive automated mixers capable of blending hundreds of kilograms of batter at a time. These machines ensure perfect homogenization, flour dispersed evenly, sugar dissolved, and air incorporated into the batter to achieve the desired texture. Computerized recipes guide the process, adjusting mixing speed and duration depending on the cake type, whether it's a light sponge, a dense pound cake, or a moist chocolate variation. Sensors monitor viscosity and temperature, ensuring no batch deviates from standard. Next, the batter flows through stainless steel pipelines to depositors, precision nozzles that portion the exact amount needed into trays, molds, or baking cups. Accuracy here is crucial. Too much batter and cakes will overflow. Too little and they'll shrink. High-speed vision systems detect errors instantly, ejecting trays with missing portions. For factories making decorated cakes, molds can be customized to unique shapes, hearts, stars, or brand-specific patterns, without slowing production. Once portioned, cakes enter enormous tunnel ovens, some stretching over 50 meters in length. Unlike home ovens, these industrial machines bake hundreds of trays simultaneously, moving them along conveyor belts through zones of carefully regulated heat. Each section of the oven controls humidity, airflow, and temperature, ensuring even baking from edge to center. Sensors track internal cake temperature in real time. The result? Perfectly baked cakes every single time, without the inconsistency of manual baking. Fresh from the oven, cakes are hot, fragile, and prone to collapsing if handled too quickly. Factories use spiral coolers, towering structures where cakes travel upward on long conveyors, slowly losing heat in a controlled environment. This cooling process can take 20 to 60 minutes depending on size. Once stable, cakes are demolded using air pressure or gentle mechanical arms, leaving their shapes intact. At this stage, they're soft, aromatic, and ready for decoration. Many factory cakes aren't just plain sponges. They're layered with cream, jam, chocolate, or fruit fillings. Automated slicers cut cakes horizontally with laser precision. Deposit machines then spread uniform layers of cream or jam, stacking multiple tiers together. In high-speed lines, robotic arms handle stacking, creating perfect layer cakes in seconds. Every gram of filling is measured and dispensed with accuracy to maintain flavor balance and cost efficiency. Here lies the artistry of industrial baking. Automated icing machines coat cakes with chocolate ganache, whipped cream, or buttercream, depending on the recipe. Rotating turntables and multi-nozzle sprayers ensure even coverage. For more intricate designs, piped borders, flowers, or logos, factories employ robotic decorators, guided by pre-programmed designs. Some facilities even use edible ink printers to add photographic images directly onto cakes. Despite automation, human decorators still oversee premium lines, where craftsmanship remains irreplaceable. Consistency is everything in mass production. Every cake passes through inspection stations where cameras analyze shape, color, and surface finish. Cakes that are misshapen, underbaked, or unevenly decorated are rejected. In some factories, taste panels sample random batches to ensure flavor profiles meet standards. Quality checks also include microbiological testing to guarantee food safety. Especially in cream-filled products, packaging serves multiple roles, preserving freshness, ensuring safety, and making cakes appealing to buyers. High-speed wrapping machines seal cakes in plastic films with protective atmospheres to prevent mold growth. For layered or decorated cakes, rigid plastic domes keep them intact during shipping. Labels are automatically applied with nutritional information, barcodes, and expiry dates. Increasingly, eco-friendly packaging, like recyclable paper trays and biodegradable wraps, is being adopted to reduce environmental impact. From here, millions of cakes are transported to supermarkets, bakeries, cafes, and online delivery hubs. Cold chain logistics ensure cakes with cream or perishable fillings remain fresh. GPS tracking and smart inventory systems optimize distribution, ensuring no cake is wasted. With demand fluctuating seasonally, peaking during holidays, factories must adjust production schedules rapidly, scaling up or down with precision. Modern cake factories are marvels of engineering. Robotics, AI, and IoT, Internet of Things, technologies now monitor and optimize every stage of production. Machines self-adjust based on sensor data, minimizing human error. Predictive maintenance systems flag issues before breakdowns occur. Some factories even use cobots, collaborative robots, that work alongside humans in decorating or packaging delicate items. Sustainability is also a growing priority. Energy-efficient ovens, water recycling systems, and reduced food waste programs are transforming the industry into a greener operation. Despite automation, human expertise remains essential. Food technologists develop recipes that balance taste with mass production feasibility. Engineers design machinery that maintains hygiene and efficiency. Quality inspectors ensure safety regulations are upheld, and skilled decorators add final touches to premium lines. The human element ensures that while machines provide scale, the spirit of baking, the pursuit of delicious, celebratory food, remains intact. Cake factories differ around the world. In Europe, sponge cakes with fruit fillings dominate. In the US, layered cream cakes and cheesecakes are common. In Asia, light chiffon cakes and matcha-flavored variations are mass-produced for local markets. Each region adapts the same industrial principles to suit cultural tastes, proving that while automation is universal, flavor is cultural. The future promises even more innovation. 3D food printers may allow factories to create intricate designs once impossible at scale. Personalized cakes, ordered online and decorated with custom messages or photos, are becoming mainstream. AI-driven predictive analytics will match production to consumer trends in real time, ensuring supply perfectly meets demand. And as health-conscious eating grows, factories are experimenting with reduced sugar, gluten-free, and vegan cakes, making sure indulgence adapts to modern lifestyles. Cakes may seem simple on the surface, but when viewed through the lens of large-scale production, they become a fascinating symbol of human ingenuity. Think about the balance required. Flour particles measured down to grams, batter aerated with exact precision, ovens that maintain consistent heat over thousands of trays, and cooling spirals that mimic natural airflow while preventing structural collapse. Each step feels less like traditional baking and more like choreography, where every machine plays its role in harmony, moving in sync like instruments in an orchestra. The result is millions of cakes that taste and look almost identical. Despite being produced at such massive volume, One of the unsung heroes of industrial cake making is automation software. Behind every mixing machine, depositor, or oven lies a digital brain that coordinates actions in fractions of a second. Recipes are uploaded into central computers that control ingredient ratios, mixing speeds, and baking durations. If a machine detects that humidity has risen or that a mixer has overworked the batter, it automatically adjusts the process to bring everything back in line. This means that the cakes you find on shelves in New York, Paris, or Tokyo aren't just similar by coincidence. They're virtually identical because the system ensures reproducibility at a global scale. Hygiene is another crucial dimension that factories prioritize. Unlike home baking, where minor spills or crumbs are overlooked, industrial bakeries are designed to meet strict health and safety regulations. Floors are sloped for easy cleaning, air filtration systems prevent contamination, and workers follow protocols involving hairnets, gloves, and sanitization at every checkpoint. Machines themselves are built to minimize human contact, lowering the risk of bacteria or allergens compromising products. Special ultraviolet lights sterilize conveyor belts, and automated washers scrub mixing tanks after every batch. This rigorous process ensures that millions of cakes remain safe for consumption, regardless of where they end up. What makes large-scale cake production even more impressive is its adaptability. Seasonal flavors like pumpkin spice for autumn, strawberry shortcake in spring, or festive chocolate during holidays can be introduced without redesigning the entire system. Factories simply reprogram machines with new recipes, switch out a few ingredients, and the lines adjust almost seamlessly. This flexibility allows manufacturers to respond quickly to consumer trends, releasing limited editions that keep customers engaged and eager to try something new. In some factories, small test kitchens are built right inside the production floor, where food scientists experiment with flavors before scaling them up. Once perfected, these test recipes are uploaded to the production system and rolled out across thousands of cakes within days. Packaging, too, tells an important story. It isn't only about sealing freshness. It's a marketing tool that influences buying decisions. Factories often collaborate with designers to create packaging that is not only practical, but also visually appealing. Windowed boxes let customers peek inside, while vibrant prints highlight flavors and seasonal specials. Increasingly, companies are also investing in eco-friendly solutions, replacing plastic trays with biodegradable cardboard or plant-based films. This effort connects with environmentally conscious buyers, proving that even mass production can align with sustainability. Another fascinating element is waste management. When millions of cakes are produced, it's inevitable that some will fail quality checks or be trimmed during decoration. Rather than discarding them, many factories redirect these leftovers into other food products, like cake crumbs for ice cream toppings, or donate them to animal feed producers. Some even recycle unsellable cakes into biogas for powering parts of the facility. This circular approach minimizes waste and aligns with the growing demand for greener production practices. From a cultural standpoint, cake production reflects society's values and habits. In Western countries, cakes are often rich and layered with buttercream, while in East Asia, they tend to be lighter and less sweet. Aligning with local tastes, a factory in Japan may focus on airy sponge cakes topped with fruit, while one in Germany might produce dense Black Forest cakes. Yet the industrial principles remain the same, proving that while the machines are universal, the outputs are shaped by human culture. In this way, cake factories not only mass-produce food, they mass-produce culture itself, packaging traditions and flavors into forms that travel across borders. Technology continues to transform the cake-making industry. Artificial intelligence systems are now being used to predict consumer demand with astonishing accuracy, analyzing patterns like holiday sales spikes or new flavor preferences emerging on social media. Imagine a factory line reprogramming itself overnight to prepare for a viral flavor trend spotted on TikTok. That's no longer science fiction, but a reality. Smart ovens adjust temperatures based on live readings from batter samples. Robotic arms are trained with machine vision to replicate intricate decorations, and blockchain is even being introduced to track ingredient origins for greater transparency. But at the heart of it all, the essence of cake remains unchanged. Whether baked by hand in a family kitchen or churned out by machines in the thousands, cakes are still about joy, celebration, and indulgence. They bring comfort in hard times and elevate moments of happiness. What factories have done is democratize access, ensuring that people everywhere can enjoy affordable, consistent, and safe cakes without waiting for special occasions or master bakers. This accessibility has made cakes one of the most universally loved foods on the planet. The sheer scale of cake production is mind-boggling when you think about it. A single factory can produce hundreds of thousands of cakes per day. Multiply that by hundreds of factories across different countries, and the numbers climb into the billions annually. And yet, despite the staggering scale, there's something personal about it too. Every cake bought carries with it a story, whether it's for a birthday celebration, a small family dessert, or a late-night indulgence. Factories may operate on industrial levels, but the meaning attached to each product remains deeply human. What's perhaps most remarkable is how this balance between industrial precision and emotional connection is maintained. On one hand, you have towering silos, robotic arms, conveyor belts, and massive ovens. On the other, you have frosting swirls, sprinkles, and designs that bring a smile to someone's face. Factories manage to merge these two extremes, the technical and the personal, into something that doesn't feel mechanical when it reaches your plate. And that, perhaps, is the real achievement, turning steel and circuitry into symbols of warmth and togetherness. As automation advances further, it's likely we'll see factories become even more efficient, sustainable, and creative. Perhaps one day, customized cakes printed with your face or favorite quote will roll off assembly lines in minutes. Or maybe health-focused cakes with reduced sugar and high protein content will become the new norm, blending indulgence with wellness. Whatever the future holds, one thing remains certain: the demand for cakes will never fade, and factories will continue evolving to meet it, ensuring that joy, sweetness, and tradition remain accessible to all. From flour silos to decorated masterpieces, the journey of a factory-made cake is a story of precision, science, and creativity. Millions of cakes roll off production lines each year, yet each one represents the perfect balance of tradition and technology. The next time you slice into a cake at a party, it's worth remembering the incredible machinery, logistics, and human skill that made it possible. Not in a small bakery kitchen, but in a factory capable of serving millions around the world. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown useful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more deep dives made simple. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. See you in the next one.